let's move along, guys. Cause like I said, Unc out here tripping. So we're gonna talk about Elon Musk. He's returning back to Tesla. Make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. So, as y'all already know, Elon Musk was a part of Doge. He basically was running Doge. However, due to him being in Doge, he lost like Tesla profits has dropped tremendously. I think they profits like decreased like 71%, which of course for any company, that I mean that's tremendous. I know they stock, hold on. We're gonna look at their stock real quick. Cause I know they stock was going. Look, hold on, I'm about to show y'all this. Cause this is very important, man. And it's just like learning this, right? Let's bring it up. So it says right here. So Tesla's shares have declined 41% year to date, making it the company's worst quarterly stock performance since 2022. Tesla did not provide updated full-year guidance, saying it plans to revisit its 2025 outlook in the second quarter update. Now it says Tesla earnings crashed 71% as auto sales stall, factory reworks, and whatever else. Now here's the thing. Now, is this bad? Yes, it can be. Definitely. But it's also opportunity. Now, for the people that actually invest in the stock market, this is definitely a great opportunity for you if you are a person that buys into Tesla, because right now that stock is on sale. Now, here's the thing. I know some people, they get real scared when stuff is popping off in the stock market. That's kind of like why you need to be like, you need to have your own game plan in place, because when it comes to Tesla, I literally seen that like it literally rides off the back of Elon. Now Elon jumped into the political realm, he became public enemy number one. Basically, he put money behind Trump. He got he's what does they call it, a complimentary government official or something like that. People don't like him because of that, and that's why they was doing the whole bombing of the Teslas and everything like that, which is outrageous. But that's what they was doing. His company has now been suffering because of that. So now he's basically about to. He's like, "Yo, I can't let my company fail. So let me go ahead and get away from Doge and get back out here." So let's listen to that real quick.
Has reported their earnings, first quarter earnings yesterday was Tesla. And Tesla, the stock is now up, but yesterday their net income was announced. It's down 71%. And Elon Musk even said, he admitted that Tesla faced a lot of blowback from his ties to Donald Trump. And now he's talking, and we're going to play a little snippet of it. He says, you know what, maybe I better go back to the car company because they need me.
Starting probably in next month, May, my time allocation to Doge will drop significantly. So I think I'll continue to spend, a day or two per week on government matters for as long as the president would like me to do so, and as long as it is useful. But starting next month, I'll be allocating far more of my time to Tesla. And now that the major work with establishing the Department of Government Efficiency is done, there are some challenges, and I expect that this year will be there'll probably be some unexpected bumps this year. But I remain extremely optimistic about the future of the company.
So investors are happy to hear that, hoping he's going to refocus his efforts on Tesla. He's saying it's because political sentiment, he thinks, and the uncertainty in the automotive and energy markets. But he has some plans coming up. He's on track to launch this robo-taxi business out of Austin, Texas, within the next few months. And then he said the second half of next year, 2026, he's going to have millions of Teslas operating fully autonomously. So are those the self-driving Teslas?
And the other thing is robots. He's got the Tesla robots rolling out. And if you see some of this video, the robots are more athletic than us. I mean, they can go down a mountain. They could do a Tough Mudder. So, and I need somebody that understands me, and I'm hoping that this robot could be one of the people.
That's why when you would watch the Jetsons back in the day, you identified with Rosie.
Right. Absolutely. Rosie
Rosie the
was
robot.
the
Was the housekeeper.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Did a great job. She had
She was
wheels.
the robotic
right? Didn't she have
housekeeper.
wheels? Elon Musk has.
They took it way back with that cartoon. I remember that cartoon too, but it's crazy because for it to be so old, it was so far into the future, which is really bananas. But yeah, Elon Musk. You know, the crazy thing is, like, I know sometimes, like, the way people brains work, they have to do so many different things. And how do I know this is because that's kind of how I am. I kind of get myself into situations where I don't need to be at because, like, I always need to be doing something, right? Now, Elon, not only is he a part of Doge, but Elon still got 3 companies that he runs. He got Tesla, SpaceX, and Starlink. Now, mind you, SpaceX, you shooting rockets into space. Starlink, that's where the connectivity, like where people can use cell phones or get a cellular signal in remote areas where they typically wouldn't be able to. And then you already know Tesla is the cars. But not only that, like Tesla, he got it to where like the cars are basically becoming self-driven cars where they can drive themselves. You got the robots coming out. Like Tesla, I mean, Elon has so many different things he got going on. He got to get back to business. I mean, you know, investors are pissed off, stock is down. I mean, yeah, he got to get back to it, man. Let's look at I want to show y'all on Google Finance. Let's see where the stock is right now. Oh, it's right here. I'm sitting here talking about it. So right now, as you can see, they stock is at 284. Now, where's their 52? It closed at 259. I'm trying to see something real quick. These are the numbers, revenue balance, cash flow sheet. But this is not what I'm looking. I just want to show y'all this one thing real quick. Yeah, they don't have it. Year to date. Year to date, of course, they losing money. 5 day, they up 50%. 1 month, they down. All right, they don't got it on here. On my Robinhood, I know they got it for sure. But I was about to show you the 52-week low. And if you see it, once numbers start getting back down to say 52-week lows, if you truly believe in the company for real, that is definitely the time you want to buy for real. When it's low, especially when it gets really low. Like here, it was at a hot, like look at this. It was at 479 December 17th, 2024. And then it slowly trickled down, you know, with all the things that was going on with him in the news. And then now it's at 222. Guys, listen, when stuff goes like this, and then you see it's all the way down here, you got to buy it. Straight up. That's how you make money. You got to buy it. Because everything that he's doing, and he's about to go back to putting his focus on his company, this stock is going to shoot back up. Guaranteed. March 10th, it was at 222. I should have bought some then, but whatever. So that's something we definitely had to have a conversation about. We about to move along though, but that we had to hit on that because it's very important. Now we about to get into situation that popped off for RFK. Now he announced that they are banning food dyes in the U.S. food supply, which is actually very good. Why? Because a lot of those food dyes and everything, that actually has been causing like the ADHD, the autisms, okay, let me rephrase that because I know sometimes YouTube doesn't like that. But basically it's been linked to these certain issues that pop up within children. I got to make sure I say it correctly because YouTube will get upset about it and turn the video off. No, I don't want that. because we don't do this for fun. We do this for a purpose. So let me know what y'all think. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about like food dyes in America basically allowing for these food companies to put all these different things, artificial flavors and bioengineered products and all like that into the food sources, then they give it out to the citizens. Now, I've been started like a while ago where I decrease like sugar. I don't really rock with I don't eat candy whatsoever. Besides Smarties. I eat Smarties every now and again. That's like my one weakness when it comes to candy. Smarties. Chalk candy. I don't know what it is about it. So but no sugars, processed foods, decrease that to almost zero. Pastas, all that type of stuff it's damn near obsolete because it really has no significant nutritional value for you and it doesn't do anything to make you fat. So it's like it has no true benefit. So it's one of those things where it's like when you look at it, like, dang, does our own country truly care about us to where they just allow the food companies to, you know, pump this stuff into the markets? Now, on the flip side, you got to ask yourself, well, you do have a choice on what you want to buy. So can you necessarily blame them? It's kind of like, yeah, no. But I feel like as an adult, you just got to do what's best for you. But let's dive into it for a little bit.
Thank you, Deputy Commissioner DeMontis. Good afternoon, Mr. Secretary, Dr. Bhattacharya, Governor, Speaker, the many Maha moms and the kids here supporting the effort. Thank you for being here. Thank you. That's great. Today, the FDA is taking action to remove petroleum-based food dyes from the U.S. food supply and from medications.
Now remember, petroleum is gas. So like petroleum jelly, Vaseline, all like that is a byproduct of gas. Didn't know y'all knew that, but yeah.
For the last 50 years, American children have increasingly been living in a toxic soup of synthetic chemicals. The scientific community has conducted a number of studies raising concerns about the correlation between petroleum-based synthetic dyes and several health conditions, such as attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, obesity, diabetes, insulin resistance, cancer, genomic disruption, GI issues, as I've seen in the hospital, and allergic reactions. For example, this Lancet study conducted a randomized, double-blinded, placebo-controlled study on food dyes and concluded that artificial colors in the diet, quote, result in increased hyperactivity. So why are we taking a gamble? Parents, moms and dads, have also tried to raise attention to the issue. Some parents have observed that these chemicals cause hyperactivity and even aggressive behavior, and that it subsides when the chemicals are removed from the diet of the child, and sometimes even reoccurs when those petroleum-based chemical dyes are reintroduced. As I know from my experience taking care of children as a doctor, you have to always listen to the mom. Other studies have found that artificial colors that create vibrant colors mess with the child's developing brain to make ultra-processed foods more attractive, even when the child already feels full. These studies have associated food colors directly with obesity and diabetes. Well, America's children are sick and suffering. 41% of children have at least one health condition, and 1 in 5 are on medication. The answer is not more Ozempic, more ADHD medication, and more antidepressants. There's a role for those medications, but we have to look at underlying root causes. The F in FDA stands for food. Now, there's no one ingredient that accounts for the child chronic disease epidemic. And let's be honest, taking petroleum-based food dyes out of the food supply is not a silver bullet that will instantly make America's children healthy. but it is one important step. This administration is not interested in continuing down the path of doing the same old things as we watch our nation's children get sicker. We need fresh, new approaches.
I would agree. I would definitely agree. Now here's my only thing. So these studies that he's referencing, a lot of studies have already been like published, have already been ran, and they've like people have been knowing these things for years. And my one question is always, okay, because when they come have, press conferences, or when certain um, things come about, they always ask the questions, well, why do you do this? Well, why do you let these companies do this? I honestly believe only certain people is going to say, like, they have their own agenda, but only certain people are going to raise this issue, like RFK, because I remember, like, I have his book, and listening to his book about, certain medicines that they put inside of our body, stuff like that, it causes certain things. Now, one thing that I learned was, it was that let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food, because the food that you eat is going to react with your body a certain way. So if you putting a whole bunch of BS in your body that don't process, these type of issues you're gonna have: obesity, your brain development is gonna be slowed, all these different things. So I always ask the question, like, well, why do y'all allow this to go on? But one thing that, just as time went on, that I just kind of like took upon for myself: it's not another man's job to feed me or mine. It's my job to become more educated and to safeguard myself and my family. Why? Because I would rather avoid potential issues that could arise, rather than a issue present itself and then now I'm basically being reactive instead of proactive. You feel what I'm saying? That's why, like, during the whole COVID thing, when they was giving out the jabs, it was nowhere in the world I was putting that in me, and it was nowhere in the world I was putting that in my family under no circumstances. F all that. Got a comment. So, do you think any of this has to do with the things he did while working for the government, is being so aligned with Donald Trump, or the fact that Teslas have been catching on fire? Charles, I honestly forgot. I'm confused where that came from. Honestly, fill me in. I know we was talking about it, but I kind of forgot. Like, I'm a little confused on that part. I think that is crazy that they're still selling us that stuff in the United States, because they make the healthier products and sell them to other countries that don't allow the food colorings. I agree, because I definitely remember seeing something on social media a little while ago when they was basically doing a comparison. So, like, let's say ketchup, for instance, the ketchup that we have in the U.S. and the ketchup I think that was in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. It was same company, same brand, completely different ingredients. I honestly believe so. I actually had a conversation with my babe about this, because I've been really like thinking about these things, and it just sometimes it doesn't make sense from a business perspective, right? Why am I going to put all these different preservatives and everything inside of this product that is potentially killing my customer? But then I thought about it like this. Well, one, if I can decrease my cost to create this product and sell it for the same amount, or as time goes on, inflation, it goes up, but let's say my cost still remains relatively slow, and I mean low, and I pump it out in volume. Well, if I'm killing my customers over time, I can still reap all the benefits of making them money. And 9 times out of 10, they won't be able to directly link this to my company, because they have so many different foods that have all the different preservatives that are also going to be, a part of this equation. Then not only that, add the fact of you're unhealthy, not exercising, and then add in the medications and stuff like that over a long period of time. I kind of can get away with it for a very long time. So I do believe that it's crazy that we in the US, we allow these things to happen when other countries veto it completely. But at the same time, I do also know that we as Americans in the United States of America, this is a marketplace. So businesses are going to get favorability. Businesses are going to have a significant amount of money to where they have people lobby on their behalf to where it gets bills and things passed to where they can do whatever. That's what I honestly believe. So moving on, we definitely I want to talk about the I want to have a conversation in regards to the Tracy Ellis thing, right? So I'm about to find that real quick because I feel like that's something that definitely we should have a conversation about seriously. The additives are making people addicted to the product, so that's why they keep adding them so you can keep coming back. Absolutely. That's where that whole sugar component comes into play at. Like I learned that one, it's their marketing, like, and they're not even marketing to children. They're marketing to, I mean, not children. They're not marketing to the adults. They're marketing to children because when they see all the different colors and everything that's on the boxes and stuff, they're it's triggering to them. And they don't put the products like all the sugar and all, like they don't put it at the top. They put it at the bottom so the kids can see it and the kids can want it. And then when the kids eat it, they get, the sugar and the carbs and all like that over and over. Yeah, then they get hooked. And if I get you as a kid, you're gonna be hooked for life. Feel what I'm saying?